Has your team or maybe even your spouse ever told you that you are the bottleneck in your business? If you're a service based business owner caught in what I call the messy middle, where growth is happening fast, but you're still carrying all the weight, this video is for you. I'm Melissa, and today I'm sharing the 3 biggest signs you're stuck in Chief Everything Officer mode, plus what to do about each one. Here's what I see with so many brilliant business owners. You've built something amazing, you're growing, you've even hired a team. But somehow you can't step away for a vacation without everything falling apart. Your phone, it buzzes constantly with quick questions from your team. You find yourself working late nights to catch up on the work that only you can do. And despite having people all around you, you feel like you're carrying the entire business on your shoulders. If any of that sounds familiar, we're going to cover the 3 signs that you're the one who's actually the bottleneck in your business. And we'll also cover the 3 shifts that you can make that will set you free. The most common sign you're the bottleneck: you struggle to let go because no one can do it like you. This is a classic trap that keeps brilliant business owners stuck in the weeds. You've built expertise over the years. You know your clients inside and out. And frankly, when you do the work yourself, it gets done right the first time. But here's what's really happening. Every time you take a task back because it wasn't done exactly your way, you're actually training your team that you don't trust them. And untrusted teams, they don't take ownership. They wait for direction. One business owner told me he finally hired a virtual assistant after years of going solo. But within 2 weeks, he was redoing half of her work because it wasn't up to his standards. Sound familiar? Here's the mindset shift that changes everything. Done by others is better than perfect by you. Your clients care about results, clear communication, and getting things done, not whether you personally handled every detail. When you hold on to tasks in the name of quality control, you're actually limiting your business's potential. Here's a quick tip you can start right away. Choose one recurring task this week that you typically redo or heavily edit. Instead of fixing it yourself, spend 10 minutes giving specific feedback on what good looks like. Then let them try again. This builds capability instead of dependency. And here's the strategic approach you can take. Delegate outcomes, not just tasks. Tell your team what success looks like, then step back and let them figure out how to get there. The second most common sign you're the bottleneck: your team constantly comes to you for decisions, approvals, and direction. Now, this one feels sneaky because it seems like you're being a good leader. Your team respects your judgment, they value your input, and honestly, it's flattering to be needed. But if nothing moves forward without your green light, you've accidentally made yourself the superhero instead of building a business that can run without you. Here's a real example. One business owner realized her team wasn't slow or incompetent. They were just trained to ask for permission on everything. Client wants a small revision? Check with the owner. Vendor sends an invoice? Run it by the owner. Someone calls in sick? Better let the owner know how to handle the coverage. The result? She was answering 50 plus quick questions per day and working until 10 p.m. just to get her own work done. Here's the strategic insight for you. Every time you make a decision that your team could have made, you're teaching them to be dependent rather than empowered. Here's what to implement immediately. First, the decision matrix approach. Categorize decisions into 3 buckets. First, green. The team can decide independently. Things that are under $500, routine client requests, things about internal processes. Next are yellow decisions. Team decides but notifies you after. Things like a new vendor relationship or schedule changes. And finally, red. These are the things that you must decide. They may be major client issues, strategic pivots, or significant investments. Here's your quick win for this week. Pick 3 decisions you made yesterday that could have been green or yellow. Share those examples with your team and tell them next time something like this comes up, here's how I want you to handle it. The key insight: your job as a leader isn't to have all the answers. It's to build a business where the right answers can happen without you being the gatekeeper. This also means creating clear processes for how decisions get made, what the team can handle independently, and when they truly need your input. When you build these frameworks, your team doesn't need to be mind readers. They just need clear boundaries. The least common but most dangerous sign that you're the bottleneck usually are high profit margins. Now, I know this sounds completely backwards. High margins should be celebration time, right? But here's the strategic insight most business owners miss. If your margins are consistently higher than industry standard, you might actually be underinvesting in the right talent. Here's what this looks like. One business owner had a service business generating $750,000 in revenue with incredible 60% margins. On paper, it looked like a dream. But underneath those numbers, she was working 60-hour weeks, doing work that a $50,000 per year specialist could handle. Short term, those margins looked amazing, but long term, she was building a business that depended entirely on her, not one that could scale beyond her personal capacity. The hidden cost? When you're congratulating yourself on efficiency, you're actually limiting your growth ceiling to whatever you personally can handle. Here's the shift. Don't just hire helpers, invest in real capability. When you bring on team members who can take ownership and drive results, your margins might dip temporarily, but you're building something that can actually scale without you. Practical checkpoint. Look at your margins compared to industry benchmarks. If you're significantly higher, ask yourself, are my margins high because I'm brilliant at systems and efficiency, or because I'm doing work that others should be handling? Here's a strategic move. Instead of hoarding those margin dollars, reinvest a portion into talent that can multiply your capacity. Think of it as buying back your time and your freedom. Let me give you 3 things that you can do this week or next week to start breaking out of bottleneck mode. On Monday, implement the decision matrix. Write down the last 10 decisions you made and categorize them as green, yellow, or red. Share the green ones with your team as "you've got this" type of decisions. On Wednesday, choose one task that you typically redo or heavily edit. Instead of fixing it, give specific feedback and let them try again. Then on Friday, do a margin analysis. Calculate your profit margins and compare them to industry standards. If they're significantly higher, identify one area where investing in talent could buy back 5 or up to 10 hours of your time per week. If you're recognizing yourself in any of these signs, I want you to know that you're not alone, and there absolutely is a way out of bottleneck mode. This is exactly the transformation we focus on in my Lead Like a CEO Accelerator. It's designed specifically for service-based business owners who are ready to shift from chief everything officer to the strategic leader of their business with a team that takes ownership and systems that actually work. Here's what I want you to do right now. First, hit the like button if this resonated with you, and subscribe for more strategies designed specifically for business owners ready to scale without sacrifice. Second, I've created a free business stage assessment that will show you exactly where your business is right now and give you a roadmap to break away from bottleneck mode. The link is in the description below. Let me ask you this: which of these 3 signs hit closest to home for you? Are you dealing with the perfectionist struggle, the decision-making bottleneck, or the high margin trap? Drop a comment and let me know your biggest "I'm the bottleneck" moment. I read every comment and would love to hear what's resonating most. Remember, your business should work for you, not because of you. You started this journey for freedom, and you deserve to actually experience it. The shift from business owner to strategic leader isn't just about growing your business, it's about reclaiming your time, your energy, and your life. I'll see you in the next video, and don't forget to grab the free assessment. Let's build businesses that fuel our lives instead of consuming them. See you next time.